Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. Stand back again to the root of today. And we are one-on-one live coverage that's going to be coming to you live right now here. And I've gotten much of the things that are awkward, misleading, and getting to confidentiality here. So you can just handle much of the things here. Yes, hello. Yes, Passy, what's up? Hey.
Hey.
Unasema? Nimempata.
Sawa.
Haya.
Bari namba kupimia zote.
Hapana, ni amekilia tu, amesema tu ni kidogo atakuwa anaweka.
Sawa.
Haya. So guys, today, tomorrow gonna be another day because we're gonna be breaking the rat right now so you can just understand what's really coming out at this kind of the 5 cents of the time, and it's just in the evening time. What are we just gonna be doing at this kind of the position right now so you can just handle much of the postcoms and oscoms that are coming in and misleading in terms of what is really happening at this kind of the fracture of the moment. And for the real fact is we have got that Passy was just thrown into an imbroglio already, and you understand that we have seen much of the videos already uploaded that Passy is arrested. What's really coming out, because Passy was just called so as he can just go and write a statement because he has much of the debts that are just not paid, and who is just getting those kind of the debts, how are they incurred up to right now. Passy has much of the debts from which kind of the position and this kind of the time, what's really coming out at this kind of the area, so they can just understand from today what's really coming on, because Passy, she's here right now, she's just calling me and talking about Ogintu. You understand, has she sent much of the money? What really are we talking about here? So right today, so much of the videos coming from Max One and talking about Passy is arrested, but to the real fantastic module of that now here is to understand what's really coming out and this kind of the fantastic module here. So I have Mr. Chacha, he is available here, so they can just talk to us a little bit so they can just understand what's really happening to this kind of the postcoms and the oscoms that we're just hearing from outside here, a little bit of it. So okay. How are you, man?
Fine.
So okay. How are you doing, man?
Not bad, not good.
I see you are very short and precise. Hey, everything is good.
Not good. Not good.
What's the problem? The job?
Yeah, the job. You see.
So there's no job, or there's a job here?
There is no job. We have very few jobs,
okay.
But when we come to get that job, we get a lot of complications. Problems here and there. You see, if you get a job, somebody has called you to the job. You have supplied material. You have labor. That you have boys who are working there. So at the end of the day, those guys, they need payment.
So I want you to introduce yourself, who you are, and what do you do specifically?
Okay, my name's Chacha Thomas. I'm a plumber.
You are a plumber.
I have an office in Nyabohansi.
An office, or you have a workshop?
A workshop. Actually, that's a workshop. And I can say that almost a number of good YouTubers in Nyabohansi, I have worked with them.
Exactly.
Like Fellow the Boy, Mapopo.
Exactly.
And also this, how do you call it? We have a number of
a number of YouTubers whom you are working with, and they already know and they understand you that you are meticulously, you are very fantastic in terms of that kind of the job.
Exactly.
So to the real kind of the fantastic way. So you offer, talk about, you sell the plumbing equipment and tools there, and talk about now. Here we are. I have this kind of the case of Passy, and how is it going, and how did it happen for you to have it?
You see, I remember Passy sent somebody to come in my office so that I can go and work in plumbing issue at his home.
Exactly.
Then when I went there, Passy told me that he has already received the money. I supply all the materials plus labor. Then after finishing, he will give me all the money cash. So I told him, in plumbing we have 3 stages. First stage, we fixed pipe.
Exactly.
The second fix, we have to wait until they put the tiles. Then we start fixing now the toilet seats, the hand wash basin, dish, whatever. You see. Then after finishing, Passy asking me that, Church, now you have finished plumbing, but I have the kitchen here which has not yet been worked on, so please work on it.
Exactly.
Then I applied, even I came at my office, even I hired some material from different people like hardcore and other things so that I can make the kitchen sink. I make
So is it a kitchen sink or it's called the kitchen layout?
the kitchen layout?
It's the layout, huh?
Yes.
Uh-huh,
So what is remaining there is only the kitchen sink and also the tiles.
So you have already made the kitchen so that kind of a layout it's already laid down, and even you have just removed the formwork.
Exactly.
So to this kind of the materials, we have just talked about the materials from this side,
Yes.
So you are taking, because much of them you don't have because you are now growing up.
Yes,
so you can just some of them you borrow, so as
Yes.
they are your friends, and you have to repay again.
I have to repay.
So to this kind of the area right now I want to understand it strategically. So when did you be paid the plumbing money?
You see, I remember very well.
Because the contracts are 2.
Yes. You see, after finishing that first fix, I told Passy he has to pay the money. So he brought 20,000. I asked him, how about the other money?
So how much were you
the total cost of the plumbing is all that will be done and complete everything was 190,000. 190. That was the total cost of the plumbing. All the plumbing issue in the
much
house.
of the people will not understand it.
Yes.
It's 1,000. 190. 190.
Yes, exactly.
190. 190.
Yes.
So you can divide by
190,100.
During that time it was 125. It's $1,521 US.
Yes. So after finishing, so he was supposed to, for the first fix, he was supposed to pay me 58,000 Kenya money. That's the first fix. Then the second fix, he was supposed to pay me the remaining of the amount to make a total of 190,000.
So do I mean that now he never paid you anything? Mambo, he never paid you anything at this kind of the stage you're talking about. He told you that to get this kind of you have a phone there?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is so much.
Just answer it. So guys, we are trying to get it out. We are waiting to understand how is this kind of the money coming to $1,521 US. Yes. So you are talking about now it came to this kind of the scenario. Now you are to be paid 58,000 at the first fix.
Yes.
Then the other second fix it will be now completed.
Exactly.
To get 190 now.
Exactly.
So the fact now I want to come out is to ask you is it means that did you be paid the material money or you came with the material at the site, so you will be paid all of it?
Yes, I came all the material on site.
So he never paid you the material money?
For material or anything.
So you took the material to the site?
Yes.
And now you are just expecting to have the first fix to pay much of the money. So that kind of the first fix money, was it to was it to pay for the materials or the cost of the labor?
It was the total was labor plus material.
Labor plus material.
Yes, because the boys I'm working with, after finishing the work, they need their money.
Exactly, I understand.
Yes.
It's a cash to cash.
Yes.
You have to finish it one on one.
Yes.
Exactly, you have to finish it. So now you finish the first stage.
Yes.
Now the second stage you have to wait for the tiles to be put.
Yes.
So you can just continue
Yes.
the second stage.
Yes.
Now that one you jumped it.
Yes.
Now you went to another. Now you signed another contract of the kitchen layout.
Yes.
Now how much did you sign the contract?
It was 11,000.
11,000.
Yes.
So at that kind of the money, how much have you received?
Nothing.
From 11,000, there's no much you received.
Yes.
So and how much did you incur to have that you're talking about now? How much money do you have as a debt? Does she have as a debt?
Now it is 48,000.
48,000.
Yes, because there's this guy called Turbo. After my boys brought a lot of problems on my office, they even took my properties, the working tools from the office. So I tried to search, I tried to ask my wood friends to help me. I got this guy, when Passy was in the video, was taking the video live. So I called that guy. I saw that guy commenting there. I called him and said that, please, I have a problem. Why can't you help me? I have worked here, but I don't know if you are the person responsible. But please help me. My boys have taken my tools from the office.
Exactly.
Help me. That guy sent me $100, which is 10,000.
10,000.
He sent somebody to come to bring me that money.
Yeah.
You see, so that I can sort my boys instead of they bring out my working tools. Because if we don't have working tools, there is no way out I can make money. Kidogo tu Alex, kidogo tu. Njoo. Okay. Sasa, then from there, after paying that, you see, I've been going there several times to see Passy has run away. Even I went there to the police so that you can see on how to handle. So I was asking,
So
I
this
was
is an
trying
OB.
my best. Yes, this is
So
the OB.
this is an OB of 0410, or what does it mean?
Yes, yes. Can see.
Which month is this one? Because I see 4, 10, 5, 25, this 2025.
Just
So,
last month.
or last month,
Yes.
which was mwezi wa nne.
Yes.
It was April.
Yes.
So you went to the police and you reported, eh?
Yes, I
Then you talked about
kidogo tu nitakupigia. Kuna niko kwenye kamera. Kidogo tu.
So this is an OB that was just rendered, and here it is, and it's from the Kenya Police of, is it from Nyabohanse?
Nyabohanse, yes.
Nyabohanse Police Post. So you went there and reported.
I reported, they called the Passy. Passy came and promised me that give me 1 week, I will bring that money, all the money. They asked, are you sure? Because Chacha has said that he has come to your house several times to ask for his money.
Yeah.
Are you accepting that Chacha is demanding this money? Yes. Did the Chacha supply all the material? Yes. Then why are you not paying his money? Because the boys also saw is on his head. Why can't you pay him the money?
Yeah.
So he promised that after 1 week, he'll bring that money.
Yeah.
So the police told me after 1 week, just come here. When I went there, Passy was nowhere to be seen. He called, even the police went to his home. Passy was nowhere to be seen. Up today, the way I'm talking, there is no communication with Passy. Passy is nowhere to be seen. I've gone to his home several times. He's not there. So the problem is, actually this is a business money. You see, to have 48,000 for the business for 2 to 3 months or 4, it's a big loss. You see, like now the people I took other material from them, they are now asking for interest, because you cannot take somebody's property from the office and you think that it will remain there. No, they are asking that the way you are continue staying with those pipes and whatever, then we will add the interest of that money. Unless you pay the money cash, or otherwise we shall add the interest for overstaying with that money, because that was not our agreement. Even Passy, when he was giving the assignment, he told me that when you clear the work, I will give you all the money. But after clearing the work, now Passy is going this way, it's going this. There is no communication, is nowhere to be seen, there is no money. So I'm living in a very terrible
So
situation.
after that 1 week, did she, you have talked about, now she talked about the police called her and talked to her that she has to pay the money and promised you 1 week.
Yes.
So if, again, she never paid you in that
She
kind of the 1
never,
week.
she never
Then
paid.
did you go back to report again that kind of the matter?
Yes, I went there again to ask what is going on. They told me that they have gone to his home several times, but he was not there. They tried to call him, but he could not pick the phone.
Okay.
Yes.
So to the real fantastic module is how much do you owe Passy by now?
Now it's 48,000.
48,000.
Yes.
And guys, you can just get, because I saw this kind of the fantastic model, because I was called that, oh, Passy, she's gonna be arrested and she's just now feeling cardiophagistically not good, because she's just this way. She's being told that you have to go and make sure that you are saying you are sorry to Master KG and also Mr. Cecil for banning those kind of the clothes. So she's now miserably living, because she doesn't know where to live to and where not to live to. So she's just running east, west and south. So from today, I'm gonna be taking over the responsibility to make sure that everything gonna be taking place here, so they can just handle much of the issues here. So today I've been sent a small money for you, so they can just keep relax a little bit, and I'm gonna be talking about gonna be paying small. So do you accept it? Because Passy, how the things are, how the living standard is not able to pay that money. And I'm telling you, it's either you put him into the cell or you just put her in prison for good, and there's no money will ever come out.
You see, the problem is not to put him on sale, but the problem is to get the business money so that I can add the stock. You see, there is no need of putting some, but that was not our agreement. Our agreement was to pay me after finishing work, she paid me. So the issue has come after she has not done the way we agreed. That's when we have
the agreement is not fulfilled.
Yes.
So the good terms now we're going to be talking about here is sometimes, guys, we have this kind of yes, we understand construction is very hard, but why some of the people want to propose so high, or somebody to talk about, oh, Passy, your house is running very quickly. It's just an advice I want to be giving to her, that if you know that this kind of the thing cannot happen and you're not sure about, sometimes you have some of the sponsors who can tell you that, that, oh, Passy, do this, then I'll pay for that money. How much is it? So you just bring a plumber, give me the quotation. Now you feel that kind of an urge that, oh, there's somebody who has told me that, oh, let me go and make sure that I'm bringing the plumber and do this and then this. But at long last, now the plumber has come, has fixed everything. Now things that want to be coming out is very awkward that now pay the money. The people who just told you that just bring the plumber, nowhere to be seen. They have just rushed onto the trees. So even whenever you look at the trees, no parallel line of the trees you can just see. So nowhere to trace them. Now, how are you going to be starting to comply with this kind of the statement? It's going to be so harsh. And if, again, if Passy you are given this kind of the money so you can just pay, you are doing it bad, you could have just paid, or you can say that, hey, please, I get this kind of the money and I got that some of the miscellaneous effect got me, so I'm going to be handling or I'm going to be doing something very califragistically good so I can just handle and keep it up, or I'm going to be paying small if you just misused the money. That is the only criteria you could just have followed. But now you're just making the businessman to look like is no longer having even the morale of the work here. So it's going to be so chaotic, and also you are now bringing something that people will be now fearing you. So how am I going to do the work at Passy? Oh, it will be so hard for me. No, I cannot go there. Maybe I go for cash money. You cash me, I do it. If you reach at that kind of the point, even me sometimes, I have some of the debts, but I do pay them. You can never hear that Gintu is having some of the debts here and there. That's the real fact. And to the real fantastic model I can just talk about is Mr. Chacha. And the real fact is that there's somebody has sent me 8,000 Kenya shillings, so I can just give it to you, and everything gonna be so fantastic. Eh? So it's 7,400 and something. Let me check. I don't want to hook it up. I don't want to hook it up. Yeah, I don't want to hook it up. It's 7,224. It's approximately, when you just withdraw, it's going to be coming 7,200.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's the amount of money that you're going to be paying you right now. So as you can just talk about, you're going to be, they have talked about you're going to be paying some small. Yeah. And whoever can just talk about this is how it is. Sometimes, guys, we have to say that sometimes we have to say, not that every time we have to criticize. And we understand she's a lady, she's having much of the children, she's passing through more. We understand it's always there. But I'm not standing at that position that people should have some debts of other people. No, it's not such kind of a way. But much of the people should understand that when you have somebody's debt, make sure that even if you're promising, be contactful. Exactly. Be contactful that, hey, please, I'll be giving you this way, I'll be giving you small, even if it's 2,000. 2,000 is carrying forward. Even if it's $1, it's carrying forward. And today I've just received much of the money because the tension was high, and I saw the video, and much of the people called me that, oh, Gintu, can you go and see if Passy already is arrested and this kind of the things. So the money that she was owing, it was from Mr. Chacha, and he took that kind of the much money from his own office and much of the materials from his office, and that is what is now getting Passy to this kind of the stubborn years and a very, very crucial moment again. So to the real fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So do you have 200 there, man? 200, yeah. Give us 200. Then we'll sort it out, eh? Exactly. So you have seen the money, yeah?
Yes.
Exactly. That's the money that was sent.
Yeah.
So it's 7,000. Even if I go to the M-Pesa, it's here. So it's you have confirmed you have received 7,224, and I'm not lying to you. That's the money that has been sent, and so as I can just start clearing much of the debts of Passy. So when we did that, so you are talking about 48. You had 48,000, which is 41. So now it's 41.
41. Yes,
so no. It's 41. 800. Yeah.
Yes. After giving this.
Yeah. 41. 800. Yes. Exactly. So the good fact is 41,600, 800, which is 41,800 divided by 125. It's approximately 330 US dollars that are just remaining for him to be cleared this kind of the amount of money. So I had to rush very quickly before things could just get to the worstest moment, because things are going to be getting so into this kind of the lubricious things that it's going to be throwing much of the people into the pogromatic way, which is not a good thing for us to go. For the real fact, bro, thank you very much for you expecting my call and also coming and also giving us the little vibe on us, and we're gonna be keeping in locked. So maybe I'm gonna be the one
Okay.
to handle the case, or for that one I can talk about we are sorry as YouTubers as a whole, because sometimes if he's gonna be a YouTuber, we are brothers and sisters. So I'm sorry for that one, and I'm gonna be communicating to you. I will be communicative to you. So keep it tuned, bro.
Okay. So
Exactly.
me, actually, what I can say that I'm really happy, and I appreciate what you have done. You see, you have taken your time to make sure that at least I'm receiving this amount of money, no matter the small or big. You see, it's a lot of effort that you have made up to where I am. You see, my humble request. You see, I have the RB now for this Passy, and you see the matter is in the police. And if possible, my humble request, if possible, if or any subscriber who can help the situation, me, I would be very happy for this, and also I'm happy for you. And may God bless you for the effort that you have made to this.
So my question is, can you withdraw the case, or it will stay there? Then we talk about they're now starting paying me a little bit.
Yes, you see, it has to stay there.
So you'll call them and tell them that I've seen they've started bringing small. So as she cannot be thrown to this kind of the way, because as she is a lady, you understand much of the ladies, she can even disappear. So as she cannot even be appearing. So we will be having to create something else, because the children are just staying alone. So we'll be creating something which is a little bit fearful to their life. And they'll even fear to come even to Nyaboans and do some shopping. They talk about, no, I'll not go to that position. But I'm not talking about this kind of the matter should be continuing to this kind of the way. Handle much of the matters, be communicative and contactful, so they can just handle this kind of the small issues here. They're not things that will just put us in, talk about throw us into an imbroglio. Sometimes you have to handle it as men and ladies, so they can just evacuate from this kind of the small issues that are happening east, west, and south. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you.
And we'll just still communicate, because I have your number now, and everything's gonna be so fine. Exactly. Thank you, bro. Thank you. At least you have a little morale. Fantastic. Thank you. Exactly. So guys, it's a little bit of the time here, so we can just sort out this kind of the issue and the matter one-on-one. And this is how we just handle this kind of the matters. Not a much of talking about, oh, we should throw ourselves into this and into this. Only what speaks is money. And the real collection of the time is we should handle to know what are we really doing at this kind of the particular moment. Because yesterday I was talking about sometimes you have to handle much of the matters that arise on our own. Not that we should be thrown into the program, not to be thrown to this and this. Sometimes you have to handle much of the matters. If you know that you have a miscellaneous debt, you can just talk about, I'll just fix this kind of the debt this way, or I fix this kind of the debt that way. So that is where we have to go forward and to this kind of the position. So I'm going to be calling Passy a little bit here, so we can just have a little bit of a talk, so that she can just understand what's really happening to this kind of the street and how the things are just running to this kind of the portfolio. So as she can just be analyzing and understanding what's really coming out. Let's hear from her.
Hello?
So Passy,
Yes.
nimetumiwa 7,200 na nimeanza kumlipa, so amesema maybe atakuwa naeka kidogo then I will be paying him. Okay. So the good thing is be in touch, be communicative. Sometimes ukuna pigia mtu unamwambia tafadhali kuko hivi Sawa. Thank you very much. Be tuned. Exactly. So that is she's Passy, and you understand how the things are just running outside here. Much of the things how they're just coming to this kind of the postquams and the osquams of the day. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. I'm going to be informing you much of the things how to come and to this kind of the fantastic module as we get forward to this kind of the Vuma of the day. And I'm going to be getting to Mr. Joseph today, because I've heard again yesterday we did much of the things there. Again, somebody came there and just terminated much of the things. So I'm going to be going right now there, so I can just fix the nets and also fix much of the things that are just happening there, and everything will be just happening very, very fantastic. So keep it tuned, guys. I'm gonna be coming back to this kind of the section right now when I'm just having the border here. Say hi, man.
Hi, man.
I'm gonna be getting to that kind of the Vuma time, and we just handle much of the things. So yeah, guys, we handle much of the things very easily, no much of complications here. So I've understood how the things were, and much of the people talking about when Passy is arrested, she is not arrested by this kind of the time. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. Be back. Guys, it's getting dark in Nyaboans here a little bit here, so they can just handle much of the cases here. And I've just rendering here, so they can just handle much of the things here. So I'm gonna be checking on Mr. Joseph, because I've heard that things are just awkward here. Buddha. Wagwan. Mambos. So guys, I'm just gonna be handling much of the things here right now because things are not appearing here good because so guys, again we have a very big scenario here again because the guy blocked this kind of an area. So from tomorrow guys, we're gonna be handling much of the issues here with the authority, so as you can just make sure that everything is so fantastic, because they came back and buried the stones here like something else again, and now this kind of the water still is bulked here and it doesn't have anywhere to just penetrate to, which is becoming so stupidical and nonsensical here. So the good fact is I'm gonna be handling much of the issues one-on-one from Mr. Joseph here, because it's gonna be raining here, cats and dogs from behind me. From behind here guys, I have much of the rain coming, very monotonous, and they're going to be raining cats and dogs here to make sure that everything is so fantastic. It has been raining here, cats and dogs, so I'm just not understanding now how the things are going to be portfolioizing at this kind of the moment, because as it's going to be raining, I can even check it from this kind of the position. Whenever it's going to be raining, what's really going to be coming out of this kind of the position? It's going to now be sinking, because right now you can even see the environment is just crookedly handled here. Much of the water is just penetrating from every kind of the sections and just appearing to be so humiliative to this kind of Mr. Joseph here. But tomorrow we're going to be handling this kind of the case with the authorities, so they can just handle this kind of the case one-on-one. To this kind of the event, I can talk about it's very stupidical and nonsensical at the same time. So everything going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. Keep it tuned, and things going to be coming right now here. So Mr. Joseph is in and is sleeping here, and I don't know how the condition is. We have to bear with the circumstances. This is how we find the condition. This is how we talk about this is the condition that we have. So from that kind of the way I can talk about this is the way for us to go forward and make it happen. So from tomorrow, things are going to be authority. So as you cannot have this kind of the immersement here. It's raining guys, very cats and dogs here, but I cannot feel this kind of the rain because things are just becoming humilious. And to this kind of the fantastic module, things are very worse. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. I'm going to be coming back to this kind of the section and handling it back. Guys, we are back to this kind of the point here. Oh, somebody cannot even see me here. Somebody cannot even see me. Yeah, but we are back. The rain is too much back there, and you have to handle much of the things here. Very fantastic here. So I'm going to be coming back to you, so they can just be tuned. And that's how we're going to be handling much of the things. Keep it tuned. Hello beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. It's _Ginto back again to the root of today. Here we are, it's one-on-one live coverage, and we're starting this kind of the video at this kind of at the moment, and I appreciate much of the people who have been tuned and locked in to make sure that everything is coming to you live, which is one-on-one at this kind of the brim point, and starting up this kind of the video at this kind of the fantastic podcast of today. So as far as everything is in concern, the work is just ongoing, and talk about the work is on the process, and that's what we call the effort is done at this kind of the particular time. As today we have much of the breaking news that have just come out at this kind of the 5 cents of the time, and we want to make sure that everybody is just getting and rhyming on how everything is just coming to this kind of the legitimate time. Here we are. So much of the people have been asking about Mayani. Absolutely, today I was with the Mayani to make sure that he had been to the court to make sure that everything is just working properly, and I was with him to make sure that everything is so systematic, and also I had gone to make sure that the other case that we will talk about, the other people came to intrude and make sure that they just went with much of the things here. I also handled it where possible, and everything was just aligned how necessary here. So to the real fantastic module of today is to the Mayani's cases, it's going to be coming, and they're going to be telling much of the people how everything is just undergoing and how the things are just going, but the things are not so immense because we are having much of the time to talk about it, and everything is just going very straightforward. I understand much of the people are still talking about how this kind of thing gonna be going, and what I can just talk about is that everything is very fine, and I went there until again 27th. You're gonna be going on 28, 29. And also to those kind of the weeks we're going to be getting there again for how the things are going to be getting to that kind of the fantastic module. As far as everything is in concern, guys, we are back to the point here. and everything is going as planned, and everything gonna be going as planned. So today, when I was just there, I received much of information that there's somebody who wants to do much of the interrogations to deal with Gintu simultaneous and perpendicularly. What I can just talk about is I've already got the report, and I have it because Mugesi, there's a day telling me that we have received an information that Gintu, we should not talk about the other guy, and we should leave you to this kind of the issue, and we're gonna be dealing with you. What is always going on is I've already got the report from the DCI already that there's somebody who want to talk about ABCD about you. How do you see about this kind of the things? What I can just talk about is to the real fact, I was again called talking about Gintu, you should be leaving and leave this and this and this. What I can just talk about is much of the people are fearing and scared that whatever they are doing and whatever it's coming out and it's being reaching to much of the people, they have to understand and restatement that there are some of the things that are coming out which are truly and true and true and true, but they want to talk about this kind of the things are just false, this way, A, B, C, D, but the real fact, we are back to the segment, and everything has to continue as the module of today. As you can just see, the plaster is ongoing at this kind of the point, and we appreciate to the living God because they has just protected us and to this kind of the brim point today, and we talk about that is the fantastic way we have to get forward. So this kind of the right side here, we have another person talking about the area is gonna be plastered. It's already around 14 hours, and you can now see the look of the G Castle now. And we are now moving. It means that now we have just covered 2 faces here, and now we are going to the extra 2 longer faces that are just from the back of the house to the other side. So we are moving in a very fantastic speed, and we are just moving so fantastic. Everyone who is just supporting, thank you very much for you being tuned and locked in for this kind of the vibe to grow and make it happen. So as I just see how the things are just running, guys, what is only left behind is just the Cobra. I'll talk about all the windows there that are just left in a Cobraization area, and also to that kind of the sphere also. So as far as everything is concerned, we are trying to make it happen, but we are having much of the postcoms and the oscoms of the day. Much of the people are still intimidating, much of the people are still talking awkward things behind the scene, behind the level, and how things are just moving. Coming back. Yes, hello. Hey, Mura. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are, welcome back. It's Gintu back again to this kind of the Vuma. And we are back to this kind of the segment, so as you can just have this kind of the fantastic video. As we're going to be entitling and starting it from the G Castle here, so as you can just oversee what's really happening at this kind of the G Castle, because you have much of the people still at the site, and everything is going as usual, as we have to make sure that everything is coming to this kind of the fantastic moment here. So guys, today we have much of the lined up for you to make sure that we are just pinpointing on what is necessary, at which kind of the brim point is it necessary, and how are we going to achieve it at this kind of the moment. And everyone has been tuned, locked in, thank you much for you being tuned and locked in, supporting and also subscribing and sharing, as you're going to be getting forward from each panel to another subsection here. So what is just ongoing here is the plastering. You can even check it. Now we are outside plastering, and we are moving at a very good space. Talk about the pace is not bad, and that is the fantastic module we have to go in and up to. So a shout out to everybody who has been locked here and making sure that you are watching every kind of the spot of this kind of the video. Everything is just going forward as the way it is. So here, as I'm just going to be talking about, we have much of the things, much of the people are going to be asking about, what has been happening backside there, what has happened at the backyard here, what's really happening at the real estatement of the time here. But everything is getting to the fantastic module here. So I'm going to be coming back to this kind of the portfolio. Happy Mother's Day, and much of the Jamaicans are celebrating much of the Happy Mother's Day, but here in Africa we are having 2-3 shenanigans. We shall have to go to the shamba and make sure that we are making them happy a little bit, but everything is coming to you right now. It's the start of this kind of the video. Thank you very much. Everyone has been tuned and locked in, because it has been so califragistically good, and much of the people are waiting for Gintu to talk about, Gintu, how is everything running? Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day again and again. again and again. And even happy Mother's Day to the girlfriends, whoever has a girlfriend. Very much fantastic. I salute and talk about Happy Girlfriend's Day and also Happy Mother's Day. Woo! Happy Mother's Day. Ding, 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 ding. Da, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Exactly. And we are so appreciative because even us to be strong the way we are, we have passed through the hands of our mothers. And I salute much of the things, guys. Today it was krakatooing. The moment was so fantastic. And we have been so characteristically good coming out with this kind of the Vuma. And today it's today, tomorrow gonna be another day. Everybody are being supporting, and you first time watching this kind of the video, and also you are gonna be subscribing because of this kind of the Vuma, of this kind of the video. It is coming to you live, which is one-on-one. I like about everyone who's being tuned and locked in. We have much of the krakatoos of the moment. What is coming to the session right today? It's always coming to talk about today. I've been invited to make sure that guys, I'm telling you much of the things that we have been fed up and completely fed up, because much of the people are talking about, oh Gintu, we need you, we do not know what, I don't know what. We are not interested with much of the return of the magics here and there, because the trouble gonna be continuing again, because we are told we don't have much of the things to do. But today is today, tomorrow gonna be another day, and I'm telling much of the people that we have that kind of a heart of making sure that everything gonna be getting forward. Right now everything is fantastic, and I talk about let's talk about this kind of the good deal that today I was having much of I was invited to make sure that we are having much of the talk about this kind of the crazy family, but things gonna be getting forward. I have to call them crazy because all the time they're just bringing much of the shenanigans. You know that you have never paid for the leasing of the land, and again you are coming and telling us, oh, you understand, because of 2-3 shenanigans here and there, the money for you to pay for the police soldiers Gintu can just be arrested. There is money to pay for this kind of the police, but the money to pay for the land that you have leased, there is no money. Sometimes they want to think about people are just stupid the way they think about. Sometimes we have to again this kind of the issues and make sure that we are ever strong. And whenever they just check onto me and have told them there's no deal, and whenever I'm gonna be talking about, I've just given them only 2 days. If they're gonna not pay the money, I'm gonna be dealing with them simultaneously, perpendicularly and horizontally, the way the road gonna be getting them. Because sometimes I have that kind of heart talking about, this kind of the people, okay, we used to stay together, we used to stay here and there, and it's because of some days I always talk about that's why today I've just met one-on-one and talked about 2-3 issues here, and much of the people they were talking, I was scared a little bit, talking about are they setting me up, and talking about, oh, now they're gonna be meeting me, all of their family, because everybody's around there, and they're gonna be talking about, no, there's no problem, let me go and talk to them, because they're gonna be meeting me and to my land. And I was having so many bodyguards today, including dogs. So whatever gonna be just bringing some shenanigans, I could hit them like Jericho drums here and there. So the fact is, we have already negotiated, and today I was talking about the things we're gonna be getting forward. I had the talk about the content. The story gonna be coming as how it was, how the conversation was, and how we met, and how the things were just getting forward. Because I was talking about, you know, you are a very good boy. This is a small recap about it, and we're gonna be making sure that we're gonna be talking. I told you that sometimes you have to cool down. Whatever you will be strong, whatever you will be who. I just look at somebody in the entire eyes and talk about you think about you are the good man here to go, but at long last you'll come back and talk about, hey, please, I'm down at level, so they can just handle and misquandament this kind of the things and hold them very fantastic. So today it was a talk, and gonna be coming to the next video, making sure gonna be enjoying the session, because already I'm just planning and writing much of the things, the key value points, so they can just get much of the things coming on very, very awesome. But to the risk and of the spawn point, I'm just having much of the exercises here. I want to show you where we have come from and what we have been passing through for us to be who we are. Not much of the people are just talking about, oh, this kind of the people, this way, this kind of that. We are struggling to make it happen, and still we are struggling to have everything happening. Today, one-on-one, I've received the sand, and it's just arriving, because the sand that I'm always having is a little bit, and today I've just received the sand for the perimeter wall. So everything gonna be coming to you live. I've just started a little bit, and you're gonna be formulating and getting much of the things here. Then I talk about the hardcore and everything gonna be coming to make sure that we are planning ourselves and getting forward. We are still having the construction of the G Castle, looking so awesome from this kind of the far point. But everyone who's being locked, keep it tuned, because everything gonna be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. And this spot is meticulous, fantastic, and horizontally perpendicular per unit time. This is the Vuma of Itsadskogintu. Thank you very much for you supporting and locked in, because we have much of the things to tell you. This is the way forward. Get to the brim. Here we go. kuja. Kuna kidogo, kuja. Finya ndani, finya kwako bana.